We are Makilala TV, the first Filipino-American TV talk show in the New York metro area. Get to know us as we talk to the community leaders, innovators, advocates, and emerging artists who affect Filipino-American life.
Motherhood, it's not a job, it's a gift. Nanay, which means mother in Filipino, comes in many forms, and the spectrum is as broad and diverse. And today, we are thrilled to celebrate the many women who are called by the various mom names. I'm Jen Fuhrer, together with my co-hosts Rachelle Ocampo and Cristina Pastor. We welcome you to Macula TV. With us in the panel are three incredible mothers. On my left is Constantino Beck, a stay-at-home mother of four. Anne is the president of International Women's Artists. She is also the vice president of JCI Manhattan and Kids Philippines New York, a full-time mom and a part-time Uber and Lyft driver. On my right is Mita Quiogue. Mita is a single mom, mother of two, and the chief executive officer of Glossy Skinnovation, a laser and anti-aging treatment clinic in Manhattan. An entrepreneur at heart, she is the founder of an upcoming line of skincare products. Next to Mita is a fashion designer and milliner, Tracy Dizon. A single mother to a son, Tracy was Project Runway Philippines Season 2 finalist. She had a successful event at Fashion Week Brooklyn, where she showcased her Spring-Summer 2019 Pinoy Pop Life collection. Wow, and Mita, Tracy, welcome to Makilala TV.
Thank you.
Wow, it's like a powerhouse group here of amazing women. So how do you guys manage to balance motherhood and whatever that, tickles your heart? So start with
Me. Okay.
Anne.
Yeah, it's nice to be here in your show. I guess it's mother is a very challenging role, and
You can talk Tagalog.
yeah, I know, but I'm sorry.
How do you balance
how do you
taking care
balance?
of your kids
Yeah.
and going out to drive for Uber and organizing your
The
artist
way I
shoot?
balance is just time management. You need to be energetic to accomplish all of the tasks with the kids, and you just need to be on time all the time, even though I'm not. I've tried to, and then with the art that I'm doing, of course, I always find a way to have time for myself as well. So that's why I introduce myself into art world, and my job. I think I want to know the city. I want to the very deep, the small street of New York City. That's why I chosen to be a Uber driver, and it's very challenging as well. And I like meeting people in my car. They tell their stories, and
You have
very
such a
interesting.
multifaceted life.
Yeah,
Yes, and I
and
think you're right. It has to be more on time management.
Time management.
And wearing different hats. So
That's right.
how about you, Mita?
I compartmentalize everything. So
Compartment.
yeah, so
Compart-
everything's in compartment. I
Yeah.
have time for my job, and then for my kids, and then I recently opened an office overseas. So I have staff there as
wow.
well. So they're all my children, but my focus are my two kids.
Where is this
Yeah.
office?
We have one in Parañaque, and then one
In the Philippines.
yeah in Cubao.
Wow. Where do you find
Soon
the
in
time?
Malaysia.
oh, she must be busy.
Yeah, I have like two different time, like when I work. So time management, really.
So you have two different cell phones too, right?
Yes.
What about you, Tracy?
Oh my gosh, first of all, I'm not the ideal sample mother because maybe I don't sleep. Literally, I make sure I have quality time with my son. We really sit down and have dinner together. At least we always talk face to face. But he would be the witness that I don't sleep.
don't
If
sleep,
if
yeah.
I want to manage, like I would usually like write my things to do, and I would not sleep until everything is cleared out, because I won't have the peace of mind of like sleeping if I'm gonna wake up feeling like, oh, I didn't finish everything yesterday. So
I think that's the benefit of being young. I mean, I need my sleep. I used to be able to like
Yeah.
leave on 4 hours of sleep. I mean, I had young 4 kids, and then raising them. I used to have a full-time job, and then when my 4th kid was born, I go like, it's just not possible. So I became a stay-at-home mom, which is really 2 full-time jobs.
yes, that's
Two
more
and a
full
half.
time.
2.5. I
She
think
said
it's
it was
two and a half full-time jobs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So sometimes do you ever feel like, why do I have children? You know?
Yes, it
Oh
comes to
yes.
that.
Why we made these monsters?
Where did I go wrong?
And so it's not always a fun. It's not always a fun time raising your children. Sometimes you have to discipline them. I think Cristina, who's
Yeah, I'm curious about how
How do
get
you
how do you
discipline
I
your child?
yes.
did not learn. I learned it along the way. I kind of winged it. So, but I'd like to ask this young mother.
Yeah, because I think young mothers, do you have to be friends or do you have to be, parents to
Or
you?
maybe
yeah.
you get your spouses or
Oh,
partners to be the ones to discipline while you're the good cop.
Yeah. Is it me first? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. For disciplinary thing, I do. First, you need to remind them that they were doing bad things, and if they won't stop, then I need to put them in timeout. But then sometimes timeout it's getting very fun. A corner for them. They just don't respect timeout anymore.
Timeout is so American.
I think it's
had
more. It
timeout
doesn't
in the Philippines, right?
Yeah, it doesn't work with Asian kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
It's more like get the belts or the slippers.
My
right?
kids are all, they look white, but I think they are, I think the mixture of white and
And-
Asian,
Yeah.
it's crazy. It's crazy. They don't be quiet. They just don't.
talk back.
Yeah. They talk back like, sa Pilipinas tayo, I'm gonna bring you home to Philippines, para ma-discipline ka. But, medyo nadala ko yung Filipino way how to discipline my children. So sometimes,
So, pinapalo mo sila.
it happened. It happened. I'm sorry. I gotta admit. I gotta admit it happened. It happened, but then I felt guilty about it. And then my husband were like, he was like, why'd you do that? You could get arrested here. And I was like, oh, you want palo too?
What about you, Mita?
I don't really get mad at them. That's they show respect to me, and then I show respect to them.
Is it because you're the one parent?
Yeah,
that they,
so I just talk to them, be friends with them, and then because it's better that way, so they'll be very open to me. So, but when I say you want me to count, they're afraid already.
Okay.
Because
Wow, you don't even get to count. It's already, I'm gonna count.
they'll stop instantly.
I think her kids are kind of much older than the kids of
14 and
and
7.
that's right.
But they started young.
Yeah, I mean,
Never
they
had 10.
Never had. Oh wow, amazing, great job.
How did you do it?
Don't tell her because I want her to suffer. What about you, Tracy?
Well, I had my son when I was 21. So I think our age difference is quite near.
Yeah.
So I think we get along well doing. But of course, I think he would be the witness and the only witness that he's the only one who sees the dragon getting unleashed when you have him, because like my son, boys will be boys, so they would always have this little sneaking out or like.
I think you have an amazing story. We all do have an amazing story. I just want to give a little shout out because you were in a shelter in the Philippines.
Oh yes,
And it was you and your son.
yes.
And
What
now
do you
you're
mean
here.
by shelter? What conditions is that?
When I got pregnant, it was unexpected, and I didn't really know where to go. I was a bit lost, so I went to a shelter for single moms. So, but because I'm the eldest in my family, so it was a bit hard for them to accept. But it's I mean, I thought of it going to the shelter is like where I would learn how to be a mom, and I did. Like It's like a boot camp.
And then he was diagnosed with brain.
Yeah, I
Tumor.
thought the whole time that I was living our lives, it was like, oh, we just have to get through that hard part, and then everything would be fine. But then when he came like 12 years old, everything is like already kind of it's smooth. Suddenly he just had a seizure, and then the next day the doctor is saying like, we're gonna have to refer you to the neurosurgery. What neurosurgery are you talking about?
So it's one challenge after another.
Yeah.
Did you give birth when you were in the shelter?
Yes, I did give birth at the shelter.
How long did you stay in the shelter?
I stayed at 7 months.
Oh, okay.
I think it's one of the best schools that I've been to, that I learned a lot about pakikisama. I learned about house chores. I learned about like life hacks that I will always like every year I would always go back there and like just say hi to the girls and say like, hey, I went through that. It's even worse than now, because before we were used to give the too big and the, like
It's such a nice experience.
But and then I would always bring my son, and it was a nice experience. We went back there before coming here in New York, and this time he's now 14. So
Yeah, by the way, he's in the audience, so.
So Tracy's now making us cry, right?
It's an amazing thing. I mean,
Yeah.
and then you have this bubbly personality.
I don't know why it comes like that, but you know, well, I guess like I was really also blessed. I think motherhood is like, for me, it came like, it's like the best blessing that came in a big surprise. So you can think of it like, oh my God, I got pregnant, but for me, as it came along,
I'd like to ask all of them, when you were pregnant, were you psychologically prepared to bring another person to the world, or were you resisting it? Was there something in the back of your mind like, why did I even, you know, why did I get pregnant?
For
Yeah,
the
with
first child,
time.
the first child, that was unplanned.
It wasn't planned.
Again, that was it. Yeah, that was unplanned. But then I was happy
Did you
to have
consider having it removed or something? Did that ever
No.
come across your mind?
No,
Okay.
no. I didn't know I was pregnant. So like I know, and then it was like 3rd month when I realized that, because I was so young when I
How old
when
were
I
you?
got I was like 18 years old.
Younger
Yeah.
than you, Tracy.
oh yeah.
So I think I was the youngest
we
mom
kinda
here.
He has a sad story too.
Yeah.
She lost her first son,
Yeah.
his first child. How is
Yeah.
that coping with the loss of your child? Not that, you know.
That was
You can explain it.
yeah, losing him is I can't imagine losing him, but then it was my greatest nightmare.
Oh no, you're
Did
making
you
us cry
get
now.
sick, or
I'm sorry.
did he get sick, or did you get sick?
No, it's something beyond that we can.
Medical. Not
Yeah, it's not medical. It was just abrupt and not planned. And we are like perfect, unexpected, and we are like, perfect mom and son. And then he was like, he's a tall guy, and para ko na lang siyang boyfriend. Kasi when I was like 30 years old, I'm 40 now. I just had my birthday.
Wow, oh my God.
And then
Fabulous.
when I was 20 years old, I looked like 10. So so para lang kami magkapatid. Yeah, and then I learned a lot from him. When I was 18, and I started to become a mom, and I was like, wait, walang teenager moment dito, and then you need to be a mom. You need to be responsible, because the baby's depending on you, on me. So so I got a job early, and then we struggled together, but then we made it. But then so all of a sudden, there was things that we cannot control, and then I suddenly lost him. It was
Mita, you're a single mom, and you're launching a new skincare product. So how is that? How did you manage to do that? And how is it raising your kids on your own?
It's really hard because you do everything, and then I don't have that much family here. So I start from scratch. I got here like early 2009. So from then, bringing them here, getting used to the environment, and then now like we have this business, so everything's fast paced. So what I do is I assist I have assistants, so I delegate jobs and tasks to be able to finish everything.
So you first came here and your kids were left behind?
No, they came here with me. My eldest, she's 4, and then my youngest, he was born here.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
But everything is hard because I don't know anything.
So where do you guys get your creativity? I mean, you're an artist, you're a skincare product, and you're a designer, a colorful designer. So what does a day look like? Like, okay, let's start with the morning. What are you doing the first thing in the morning?
Well, for me, it's a very, very long day for me to start because like I really have to like curate what I'm gonna wear, and like my son's like, oh my god,
What you're gonna wear for the day?
yeah. Literally curate, and like he
What
would
do you
like,
mean by curate? Don't you just get it off the
no,
cabinet?
I even have a day like the night before. I even had to like train for it. Like I have to fit it on. Like,
Oh my
it's a bit funny in a way, but it
That's
worked
also
out.
your way of promoting your line.
Well, maybe, and like I guess I just really like wearing happy clothes, or and then my son is also my critic, so he would like, oh yeah, wear that. Oh, that's that's more you. Like he would be always the one who tells me, oh yeah, that's good. So it's a bit fun, and then the usual. I mean, I don't really go to work like in an office because my whole home office is like where I'm working and where I'm living. But I start the day early, like the usual, but I
What's
don't.
the usual? What time do you wake up?
Well, back home when it's school time, my son. Well, I had the privilege now of like he now gets ready for himself and these things. Things that I graduated from, but I start the day like 8 a.m. and like I start because most of my contacts is also in New York, so like my time is a bit weird because I'm still answering emails at like weird hours.
So similar with you, Mita, since you have business. So what is your
I
first
started
thing?
5 in the morning, business calls, conference calls, emails, and then check everything. Then after that, at 7 in the morning here, I prepare the kids, wake them up, prepare them for school.
Honestly, I'm keep thinking about my own mom. I honestly don't understand how she does everything.
Yeah.
Take care of 3 kids, make sure that we're fed, that we're dressed. I remember her pulling my ponytail really hard, go shopping for us, prepares foods, picks us up, takes us to like orchestra or sports, and then also entertains my dad. Like I don't understand how she has all this time. Plus she started her own business, daycare. Like it's just incredible what moms go through. It's
Mothers are superheroes.
They are. Every mom.
So
Really.
when are you joining the motherhood?
Good question.
Very
Anytime
soon?
somebody asks me, I just like, oh, God willing, yeah. When that time comes, I'll let you know. Yes, I'll feature it on Makilala.
Oh, really? You're gonna have an announcement?
But yes, no, I definitely look up
it really is
to
hard. I mean,
to all moms.
I used to have a real career, right? And then I have 4 kids, and then I decided I'll be a stay-at-home mom. And then now that they're almost all out of the house, now you feel like, okay, I mean, all my friends are doing their retirement parties or doing this, and I go like, I'll never have a retirement party.
What?
Yeah, because I work from home, I do the volunteer, I don't really, like, when do you, like,
Christina, that means
I think you took your retirement earlier. Yeah.
but I'm still doing work. I mean,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
enjoy. I mean, I still have my youngest at home. Even though he's 17, he still exists. My baby. I wake up before he gets. Yeah, I wake up before he gets. Gets ready for school. I make him breakfast, and then when he comes home, make sure there's something there. And then I used to write in the lunch boxes. I like the name, little notes.
so sweet.
Like I put the peanut butter and jelly, or a little, and then I put like a little quotation for the day.
Gotta love moms.
And I would put something there, and then now like the house is almost empty, and then it's not like
You're also starting a new career. which
yeah,
is
and then I'm
also
starting a new
different.
career. So I'm on my chapter 3, but everybody like I remember my little guy. I think he was 1 or 2, and then we were doing a little homework. Pre-K homework, and I was trying to teach him, and he goes like, Mom, you're not a teacher, you're a mom. How can you teach me math? Like sometimes it's like, wait, and then you feel like, oh my God, I once in a while I feel like maybe I should have stayed working and be mom at the same time. But then how she said, there's not enough time, because then I take them to piano lessons, to saxophone stuff, to the concert.
I really
to
think
DVD.
we took it for granted. We take it for
The
granted
kids,
for our
remember,
own moms.
you were taking it for granted if you remember.
Yeah, no.
So do you think moms should be compensated?
Double
but
compensation.
I
who's
mean, you
family?
get compensated in different ways, I imagine. That kiss in the cheek when they come home.
That's
and-
no, I mean money. Seriously, money.
When
Who
you
will pay for them?
This is what I'm imagining, that my parents expect me to take care of them when that time comes.
In old age.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's good though.
Compensating them?
That'll be good, but who's gonna give you the money? I mean, usually,
Like an allowance?
Usually the moms do the books too, so.
That is true, that is true.
Yeah, but it's saying like, I don't know if you expect if you raise your kids and expect them to raise you when you're older. I think that's a Filipino expectation. But what if they don't? Then you feel bad?
Then, I don't know.
Because I really take care of
I'm
my
not a mom, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in a sandwich generation. I take care of my,
I think the American way is not to expect anything.
Maybe if we live
But the
here,
Filipino
then
way
American
is, my kids will take care of me when I'm old.
Right.
I told them to save up now to buy me a penthouse.
That's smart. Fill that in now.
I'm brainwashing them.
Preparing them for the future.
Well,
Yeah.
what is one piece of advice that you remember, the most helpful piece of advice when you were a first-time mom?
Start with me. Okay. Again.
Sorry, Anne.
It's okay. It's letter A. So the piece of advice that I had when during my first child, it says they told me to alagaan mo sarili mo. Yeah.
That's true. Take care of yourself.
Yeah, alagaan mo sarili mo.
It's
And
the
then
hardest task.
and I don't have to alaga mo yung sarili kasi sila yung nag-aalaga sa akin eh.
But that's
Parang-
true though. You have to make time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in the Philippines, you were saying you were in the Philippines. You had a maid. So
Yeah,
you
we
could
have
find time
maid.
for yourself, right?
In the beginning, no, kasi I was only 17. So when I had my job and when I became a stable, that's the only time I had money to spend for the maid. Yeah. But then during after high school, I was like broken, not really broke because I don't have anything. I was like nothing. So I was like I'm gonna do everything, and then I asked my mom to look after my child, and
So you
then so
delegated.
I went to work and 3 different jobs. Yeah, because I'm also the eldest of the family, and I also need to support my family.
Me too, oldest.
Yeah, so they're depending on me, and I cannot be a bad role model. So
Yeah,
So
So
what
there's
is
a lot of
what is
expectations. Huh?
a lot of expectations.
What's the question?
the
Yeah.
most
The
helpful
most
piece of
helpful
advice?
Helpful piece of advice. First, take care of yourself. Second is enjoy their childhood because they grow up too fast.
They say that
Yes.
all the time, but
It's true. It's true. That's why I'd rather have my own business, have my own time, so I can focus on them.
Well, for me, I think the best advice that I still keep on putting it in my mind is I had like a sit down with my aunt after I gave birth and all this drama, and then she just kept telling me, just keep moving forward. Like no matter how hard it is, no matter like how many barricades comes your way, just make sure you're moving, even little by little, even big leaps. Just make sure you keep moving forward. And like I think that's the best advice that I thought of. Like I keep reminding myself, like even if it's hard, even during the time that my son was recovering, because like when he recovered from the brain tumor, I was in the middle of getting a lot of like orders, and I suddenly dropped everything because like it was in October, and then the highest peak time for designers is December. So I was getting a lot of inquiries and orders, and then suddenly he had the seizure at November.
oh my god.
So I literally have to drop everything,
Yeah.
and that was my struggle. Like really.
And now you've been able to create beautiful pieces like this.
Because like keep moving forward, even little
Yeah.
by little, even like sometimes business is on a negative, but okay, just still keep moving a little by little, and then
Okay.
Yes,
Very
so now that
helpful
we talked
advice.
about you being a mom and we're almost closing, so I want you to talk about the one thing that you guys, people to remember, whether it's your business, your upcoming skincare, or your artist. So Let's start with Mita for now.
Yeah, so visit us at Glossy Skinnovation. It's a laser and anti-aging clinic. We're located in 32nd Street, 38 West 32nd Street by Koreatown. Then we have an upcoming skincare line called Glossy Skinnovation NYC. So hope you'll support our products. And then I like this because soon I'll make it into the distributorship program, so we can help like the stay-at-home mom. They can have their own income as well.
Okay. What about you, Anne?
For me,
art?
Please support international women artists. We do exhibit and workshops. We actually we catered. We support, aspiring artists to go out and also to go out and express themselves through visual arts, and also support of Kids Philippines, New York.
Oh, yes.
Yay! Our president is right there to support me, and
Vince
Gesmundo, and also join JCI for those who are young youth and young people who wanna have. This extra community and like innovate. How do you call it?
Civic mindedness.
Civic minded.
So
I'm
gonna do one last
join
for Tracy.
JCI.
So one really quick one, Tiara.
Well, my latest collection is inspired with, of course, the Filipiniana. So that was my target market for this collection, to appeal to the fellow community Filipinos who wants to get in touch with their Filipino side, and just send. My website is tracydizon.ph. So it's not like super commercialized. Here you can pay and like that. You can send me an email and we can get in touch. I want my clientele to be like very personal, so we can talk about what you like and make something from it.
I hate to cut it really short, but all the information will be on our social media, Facebook and Instagram. But right now, that's it for our panel. Thank you so much. I'm Mita, Tracy. Thank you for sharing your stories. Rachelle, Christine, and I really wish all of you a very successful year. To our viewers, thank you for inviting us to your homes. We hope you enjoyed our episode, and let us remember to be kind, be true, be fierce, and do things that tickle your heart. And lastly, don't forget to call your nanay. So, to the cast and crew, thank you, maraming salamat. Sa ulitin, until next time, here at Makilala TV.